Oh, dear Pisces, it is such a great month for all things home, property, domicile, private life, land, where you live, and even some financial help from mom and or dad, depending on your age. Everything in that fourth house is lit up and lucky. So we're going to talk about that. But there's also a little bit of goodness coming your way if you're a single Pisces that could indicate some new romantic love stories as well. So Pisces, welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lori Lothian. I'm using the Western Tropical Zodiac, the whole sign house system, and I have a fascination with the fixed stars and minor asteroids, which I bring to all of my YouTube videos. If this kind of content at all interests you, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting my notification bell. And for all of my regulars, I'm so appreciative of you and welcome back. Now, the only promotion in the month of May is join my Cosmic Moonshine newsletter. It's a weekly forecast that comes out to your inbox on Saturdays. In the month of May, you can win a prize. Free readings, free courses, and free 2024 all sign bundles. That's 15 hours of video content. It's on sale for $77. You don't get anything for it. You just get it for free. I gave away 12 prizes last Sunday, and I'm giving every Sunday 12 prizes away, but you can't win unless you're in my newsletter. You have to sign up for the newsletter to be in the contest and be able to enter the contests. Okay, so go for it. Try it in the description box under the video, under the more button. You'll find everything about me, including this particular promotion. Now let's get started. Holy man, holy moly, holy moly. Listen for your rising sign for everything about you, your sun sign for career and purpose matters, father figure, moon sign, your body, your home, and your mom figures. Got that? All right. That's why the rising sign is actually very categorically all about you. What I want to start off with here is how unfortunate this guy is for anything to do with your domestic life, particularly the words home, domicile, condo, real estate, tent. I don't care if you're homeless, your tent's getting bigger. Your life, when it comes to where you park your ass, is getting bigger, better, and more lucky. So this is a new story. It's coming in on Jupiter's blessings. Jupiter has moved into Gemini, your fourth house, starting on May the 25th, and he does not exit until next June. And this area is positive. You could have an inheritance, a legacy wealth, a bigger home, an expansion of your home, more joy and beauty in your home, more luck in your home. Blessings to your mother by peripheral blessings and benefits. So things are looking up in this part of your story in a once every 12-year way, thanks to Jupiter. At the same time, Venus collaborates with Jupiter by entering into your fourth house with him. Fairy godfather Jupiter meeting with fairy godmother Venus in a collaboration in your fourth house is not to be sniffed at, guys. And then when Venus doubles down on the luck and the goodness, you're going to find this to be a very lucky, prosperous time when it comes to matters in and from your home. And sometimes when Jupiter's here, by the way, just to back it up, you might prosper from your home. When Jupiter moved through my fourth house, my online home-based business grew tremendously. Now, so it's good for business enterprise from your home. It's good for children visiting you in your home. It's good for a guru visiting spiritual teacher coming to visit you in your home for this year ahead. Now, when Venus enters the story on May the 24th to June the 16th, Venus comes on in and she makes it even better and more happy, and she adds some extra spice. It could be a woman visiting you, a female friend, more joy, fun, play, pleasure in the home, money, luck in the home, that kind of thing. If any of you are looking to do something with your home, like beautify it, decorate it, paint it, upgrade it, renovate it, that's a Venus story. That's really positive. Again, May the 24th to June 16th. If you're trying to sell your home or buy a home, many of you maybe because you have Juno, the contractual agreements goddess in the house of contractual and legal agreements, your seventh, then this is going to be positive turning point stories, May 24th to June 16th, about signing on the dotted line and taking in some prosperity from buying or for buying or selling real estate. And a female can also visit you in your home, May 24th to June 16th. Now, on June 17th, July 11th, Venus will move into your fifth house of children, and you have some positive developments with your children, or you may get pregnant and have a child, or your partner may be conceiving a child between June the 17th to July the 11th. And also there's an element here that you may find a bit of luck when it comes to money, winning money, speculation. This is a money luck house, and the Venus brings that luck home to roost. When Venus is moving through your fifth house, June 17th to the 11th, and you're alone and single, this is an ideal time to meet and have a great little romantic time with a new dating partner. And also, you might use this as a proactive spark of creativity with the muse speaking to you in the house of the creative arts. And you might be very fired up with inspired creativity, June the 17th to July the 11th. Now, Mercury's following close behind her, and he will enter June the 3rd to 17th in Gemini. Well, she'll already be there, right? Remember that, from May 24th to June 16th. So it's kind of June 3rd to 17th, where signing a contract to do with real estate matters, or renovating the housing, signing a contractual agreement with a renovator or a designer are very positive. Maybe purchasing a beautiful sofa or something from your home, and it's the perfect item, the perfect painting, the perfect carpet, that kind of vibe. June the 3rd to the 17th looks so good on you. Don't be afraid to go for what brings you joy and pleasure. Jupiter makes it big. You want a bed, get a king bed. You want a sofa, make it your favorite brand, this expensive brand. The ones that are, oh, way too much for me. No, you can go for it here. So there's that vibe going on in the fourth house. And a lot of you might definitely be decorating, moving things around, adding things to your home in the window of June 3rd to the 17th. And Mercury gives it that commercial enterprise where you have to buy, sell, that kind of stuff. Maybe selling possessions too. You might divest a lot of possessions and be selling them off June 3rd to the 17th from your home. On June 18th to the July 3rd, he joins Venus in your fifth house of children, romance, love, fun, play, pleasure. Mercury is a sociable creature, and Venus is loving her pleasures and her sociableness too. So it's a very fun, sensual, enjoyable social time between June the 18th and July the 3rd, where you're just having a blast. So I recommend that you go for it. If you're an artist or creative, your ideas, your muse is firing up, you're getting the ideas and coming through the mind of Mercury, and you're jotting them down. This all flows to your Pisces and ascendant. So you're feeling so good about life. And Venus is in the house of her joy. Her joy is in this fifth house, June the 17th to July 11th, according to the ancient world. And it's your yearly glow up. And Mercury's there right beside her. It is a fertility transit. So if you don't want to have a baby and you're the one with the egg bearing capacity in our legalese of politically correct speak today, then this is a fertility transit and you want a baby, go for it. If you don't want to be a baby, be careful. That's all. Then we want to move the story back a bit to Mars. He's a slow mover, 6 weeks in a sign on average, 2 years to come back to the same place in the sky. So on June the 9th, Mars moves into Taurus. This is after a long stay of 6 weeks in your second house of money. You may have been very proactively asserting yourself regarding earnings, possessions, savings, divesting or selling or spending money. Often when Mars is here, you spend a lot of money. My sister's a Pisces rising. They spend a lot of money renovating the house for sale. So there's outgoing money. It feels a little daunting, a hole in the pocket. Maybe for many of you in the 6 weeks that followed June the 9th, not to worry. If you're an entrepreneur, self-starter, you got your act together. But then Mars is moving into your third house, and that third house is a sibling house and a travel house. And many of you will travel, maybe travel 2 siblings with siblings or 4 siblings. And my sister is a Pisces, will travel to meet me and my other sister on a sister's getaway between June 9th and July 21st. So you can't make this shit up. But it's also the neighbors and the neighborhood. And it can be a change of neighbors and a change of neighborhood. It can also be conflict with a neighbor or neighborhood situation as well. If you are an online business entrepreneur, you're going to just be passionately engaged in all the work that you need to do to succeed in that business, to be online, to get your website up and running. It's a writing house. You might be passionately busy, actively writing something as well. You may have some conflict with cousins, nieces, nephews, and extended family. And watch for conflicts with an elder sibling if you have one during the June 9th to July 21st timeframe. Well, Mars is traveling through this part of the sky, though he keeps talking to Juno in your 7th house in a flowing manner. This makes this an ideal time for really good contracts and negotiations and legal deals being crafted, perhaps, in connection with situations around travel and neighbors and neighborhood. Keep that in mind. You could also form a new business partnership alliance under this transit of June 9th to July 21st. Now we're going to break the month down bit by bit. And let's start off with June. 1st to the 7th. All right. Now, I know I talk fast. Please allow for that. And perhaps even slow me down on the free slow your speech down of your thing you're listening to feature on YouTube. Google how to do that. It's just my nature. I have 3 planets in Aries and I'm an Aquarius rising and I speak quickly. So yeah, I can't change that. Sorry. And I speak a lot. I have Jupiter in my house of speech, and my partner tells me I think and talk aloud all the time around the house. So yeah, people like me. All right, so let's go back and break it down. June the 1st to the 7th is one of the best weeks of the entire year, by far, bar none. First good thing that happens is Venus is doing a Venus in the heart of the sun, star point or cazimi, call it what you will. And she's doing that as she joins the sun on June 4th at 14 degrees of Gemini. Now, if your rising sign is 14 degrees of Pisces or your sun or moon, and I hope I told you in the beginning, sun is your career and purpose, moon is your home and nest, and rising is everything about you, that you're going to really feel this star point very powerfully, and it will pivot your life's directions around a lot regarding home, marriage partner, and career matters over the next 4 years, right? Because Venus only comes into the heart of the sun here once every 4 years. Now, it's very rare, even more rare because Jupiter's here with her, and he's only here once every 12 years. So a once every 4-year event is happening in tandem with a once every 12-year event. So that's a very rare, I might say a rare jovial month ahead, or a rare luck month ahead or something, because there's something about this rarity that I'm really appreciating for each of us. Venus star point reset button will give you the most juice in the 10 months that follow through to March of next year. So good things to do, happy things to do, prosperous things to do with home, property, real estate, home life, bounteous, productive, generous expansion in your home, redecorating your home, beautifying your home, happiness and joy in the home. And interestingly, she's not visible until early July, so she may not manifest the visible results from the star point on June 4th until you get into rolling into the month of July. But at the same time, she does the star point on June 4th, the same time, like June 3rd to 4th, you got another thing going on here. And you can really say what I'm about to describe is playing out June 1st to the 7th. And that is that Jupiter is going to flow to Pluto. Well, Jupiter is conjunct Mercury. Now, Jupiter and Mercury together in your 4th house is commercial success. Okay? Commercial enterprise, financial success, deals and expansion and success, flowing to opportunity, power, and wealth, Pluto. And Pluto's in the house of the foreigner, foreign shore, and foreign land. If it is real estate related, some of you could have a buyer from a foreign country, or some of you may also be having a sense of bounteous expansion and power and opportunity vis-a-vis opportunities to travel to foreign lands, opportunities to move to a foreign country, powerful opportunities to get rid of your curses and family of origin and childhood effed up mess that you're still spellcast under, because Pluto transforms in a karmatic 12th house, childhood wounds and childhood problems. But so there could be a breakthrough energy during the first week of June where you finally let go of some kind of childhood problem or misconception or curse or something like that. I don't know if I believe in curses, but family vows, family secrets, family curses, whatever. In family systems constellation, there's an idea that you can carry the weight of ancestral stories unconsciously. And this has a big breakthrough energy around it for the first week of June. On a practical note, though, because it is also just property and real estate, and the 12th house is backroom deals and negotiations, there may be some quiet backroom deals and negotiations for prosperous bounty and wealth regarding property, land, and real estate in the first week of June. Backroom deals means that it's offside of the public view and it's, quietly being considered. And then we move into June 10th to the 12th, and that's a tough sky. Oh no, that is a tough sky. I thought I forgot something. Mars is about battles and war and conflict and separation, and Pluto is about everything intense. So they square off with each other. And of course, I told you Pluto's in your Aquarian 12th house, but Mars is squaring off from the 3rd house. You get some major younger sibling conflict with a neighbor, maybe some kind of gritty tension regarding situations to do with travel, and some conflicts there as well, June the 10th to the 12th. It's a hard one to delineate because there's such subtlety in the 12th house. 12th house is your solitude, your aloneness, but it's also hospitals, and this is a god of death. And I hate to say it, maybe some kind of, passing away of somebody in your family of origin could happen here. It may not. I mean, nothing to do with that, but we shall see because Pluto does flow to the house of the family of origin. The energy here can also involve things to do with your own self-undoing, self-sabotaging patterns and habits, including addictions, and real bounteous freedom and a new turning point breakthrough here. Maybe some of you sign up for rehab, I kid you not, during this transit to power up to a new level of self-authority and freedom away from the addictions. Then oh, yeah, because of the square from Mars to cut and eliminate something, but the flow to Jupiter in the 4th house. Now, on June the 14th, Mercury will enter the heart of the sun. This is 6 times a year he does the heart of the sun conjunction somewhere in the sky. The sign of Gemini is his current real estate because, hey, you've got Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, and the sun in your 4th house for quite a bit of the month, half the month. So this is an event where you can use this June 14th energy at 23 degrees of Gemini, because you can download insights and ideas and inspirations and divine instructions here. But it is coming off the 4th house, and it may be some interesting news on June the 4th. I have a free coming through revealing something you didn't see, but mostly positive, thanks to the co-presence of Jupiter and Venus. Disclosures, new information coming through in a positive way. Now, I mean, like I'll give you an example. You bought a property and you thought you could never build on it, but then you find out the zoning commission is going to pass, a second-story build. This Cazimi is a reset button you can use, and I talk about stars and asteroids on it on my video, but I teach a free webinar on all of the Cazimis, and we do a guided meditation together. If that interests you, please come aboard and sign up to my free webinar. It's in the description box below, along with, of course, signing up for my newsletter so you can win a free reading with me in the month of May. I hope I introduced that at the beginning. I've been talking a lot today, doing all these videos, and I'm kind of fried. But I'm not going to give you a shorter time, I promise, Pisces. I know that all you guys feel like get short shrift, but often I record Pisces first for these monthly videos so they don't get ripped off. Because I do lose energy when I'm on the 12th video. Let's see. With Jupiter, no, so sign up for that Cazimi. On June the 16th to about the 17th, 18th, we see Mercury and Venus coming together, holding hands in the 4th house. Information, news, commercial agreements, and contracts to do with land, property, and real estate. Venus, joy, happy, pleasure, and excitement, and gratitude even. But also, it could just be a very sociable moment, June 16th, 17th, where you're having a blast in your home. You're having a party. You're inviting people over. You're having a tremendous amount of positive communication and excitement and joy in the home. It's a beautiful feeling. But if a news or information comes across, especially if it involves contracts or agreements, be careful, because you're going to see that both of these planets square Neptune in the house of you. You are foggy, confused, and not sure. You have rose-colored glasses on. You are starry-eyed about some apparently positive real estate, property, land, decoration, renovation, contractual agreements, social engagement in the home. So be careful that you don't misfire. And certainly, because Neptune's in the house of you, there's always a possibility of overdoing the pleasures, and it could be a bad hangover. So be careful for that energy, June 16th and 17th, for that big party you're having at home, and you're going to feel really crappy because of it. And then that passes on June 20th to 21st, the sun follows suit and squares Neptune. If it's about a contractual agreement, a transactional financial arrangement regarding money and property, even if it's just hiring a contractor, wait until from that time of June 16th, 17th, wait till the 20th, 21st. Because the sun will also square Neptune and burn off the fog of confusion, so you can see more clearly what is really true and what is really false. Alrighty? Now, the last week of the month is really cool. There's a lot of happy surprises going on, a lot of good vibe going on, June 26th to the 30th. And everyone's different. We're all going to experience these transits differently, but for the most part, most people love the first week and love the last week of June. I doubt you're much of an exception. So on June the 26th to the 30th, Mercury will flow to Saturn in a way that's like a 29-year rare event, right? We've been having it last year, this year, next year, as we have Saturn moving through the sign of Pisces. Saturn is in the house of you. Whether it's your sun, you're serious about your career. Your moon, you're serious about your body and home. Your rising sign, you're serious and realistic about yourself and everything in your world. You're looking like a wise man, wise sage woman through the lens of Saturn at your whole life. And you can be sometimes heavy, depressed, anxious, fearful, but you're also realistic, serious, and wise. And as you look at the world through also boundaries and what you want to cut away from your life in a sense of holding for it to separate yourself, like boundary energies of Saturn as well. Isolation, being alone doesn't bother you right now. As this transit's happening in your Piscean first house, as this is occurring, you sober-minded, realistic Pisceans, you're also going to see that June 26th to the 30th, there's a friggin' flow to Mercury in your fifth house of children, creativity, romance, entrepreneurial endeavors, and money, luck. And therefore, you're going to see a very realistic vibe going on here. You are perceiving that energy about your children, about your romantic love partner, a sexual partner, about your creative projects, about your entrepreneurial endeavors. You're going to get the groove of serious, realistic flow going, and you're able to put your ideas and your ideas and plans into action in a powerful new way, June the 26th to the 30th. Leisure travel can be fifth house travel, and you may be setting down the dates or buying the tickets for some leisure travel, especially if it involves travel for romance or to see or with your children. Then as that time's unfolding, at the same time, Venus, the lover, and her lover Mars, Venus, the goddess of beauty and love and harmony and peace and uniting things, is moving in the romance house, flowing to the cosmic lover Mars in a travel house. And this is like travel for romance and love, or travel, romantic travel, or hey, a first hot date, especially in the neighborhood or on a dating app for single Pisces. I would advise single Pisces to consider going dating June the 26th to the 30th for the first time, baking in that positive sextile between Mars and Venus and inciting a new beginning of a very harmonious and friendly love story. If you're already in a love story with your primary love partner, you may travel with that partner for leisure or romance or fun, or because of issues to do with children and your children. Now, at the end of the month, the Cracker Jack box prize is being found, or the Jack in the Box goes off with a happy, surprising, unexpected development where Mars in the house of your children flows to, right? Mercury in the house of your children flows to Uranus in the house of trips and travel, skills-based learning, short distance travel, skills-based learning. I think I said those two twice. Younger siblings, cousins, nieces, and nephews. I don't know what it is, but it's going to feel good. It could be happy news from one of your children, happy developments around travel and children. This is the 29th and 30th of June. Money luck can happen here because of Venus in the fifth house. So money luck for you regarding travel. Money luck regarding neighbors and neighborhood, surprises about the neighbors and neighbors that bring you joy and happiness, making a new friend in the neighborhood, unexpectedly, June 29th and 30th. So let me know, Pisces, how this goes. I think you could definitely be off to a new dating start, and especially even online dating apps can work with Mars in your third house and have a surprising result if you're a single Pisces looking for love. Prescriptively, June 26th to 30th. Go on a date. And if you're in a relationship, have a fun sex life with your partner, especially if you do a romantic getaway, especially if you're doing it that way. Thanks for listening, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I hope this was useful. Hope it makes you time your best life. It is being recorded for my Patreon community on May the 8th. And if you want this kind of content without the ads before the public, then consider signing up for my Patreon community for $5 a month is the lowest tier. You get all kinds of perks, a free Zoom meeting with me every month at that tier as well. And if you want to join my Patreon, in the description boxes below, I'm giving you 2 free courses, Chiron, the Key to Purpose, and the Synastry, Are You My Person relationship course. That's 90 minutes each. Replays for sale at $22 on my teaching platform each. That $44 value is yours for free, just for trying me out on Patreon, seeing if you like that smaller, intimate community of about 350 of us. It's not super large. I have time to read most of my comments, get back to you. I do Zoom calls. Even though there's 300 people, most of the Zoom calls, there's 3 a month, depends on your tier, will have no more than like 25 to 30 people at the most. So you want to ask me questions and get to know me personally. There's a way to do that off this platform. And starting in 2024, all readings are only through my Patreon community. I will not be doing public invitations for readings. I just don't have the bandwidth anymore. So it's for my more intimate community that I'm including in my readings calendar in 24, to the extent to which I'm even doing readings in 24. Thanks for listening, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I wish you the very best in the jovial month of June.